What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up and Chat. My name is BJ Mathews, aka B. Just before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, Spotify, Iheartradio, Twitter, TikTok, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying? Hit us on updated content, you know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell. Let's get it popping. And it just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. More Clipper news. I finally got a chance to make this video after what we heard this morning from head coach Ty Lue of the LA Clippers. He had something to say about basically the injuries of Kawhi, Paul George, and Norman Powell, his three star players on the LA Clippers. Basically stating that if he had a choice, he would not rule out them coming back if they didn't come and play for the regular season. Based off of one key thing, if the medical staff cleared them to play. Now, why I'm doing this video is because we haven't heard too much from Ty Lue about this situation. Everything's been real nonchalant. Everything's been more cut and dry. I don't know, or we'll see, or what I mean. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up. It's been very, very nonchalant with Ty Lue, and I'm convinced the reason why he's doing that is because number one, he doesn't want to give out any false information. Number two, he doesn't want to get his hopes too high. And number three, he wants to focus on the team that he has on the court. So those are the three reasons that Ty Lue has been the way he has built these responses to Kawhi and PG and Norman Powell. But today, after seeing Paul George actually get up and down the court some in a scrimmage yesterday in 4-on-4, Ty Lue spoke a little bit more about the situation, was a little more open, and basically stating that if he's not ruling anything out as far as basically if the medical staff clears and the Clippers medical staff clears those three players, Kawhi, PG, and Norman Powell, then that's what it's going to be. They're going to be able to step on the floor. But I think that Ty Lue wants them to play some regular season games. I don't know how many, but I'm guessing somewhere around 5 to 8 games just to get their feet wet because it's a lot to ask for, players who haven't played for months at a time. I'm talking about Kawhi and PG to just step on the court and just be the superstars that the Clippers need them to be. Um, it'll actually probably be the first time I can ever think of that actually happening. You coming back from a huge injury and then coming back that soon and expected to have that much impact. That's going to be asking a lot from those guys. But that's what Ty Lue said, and it was actually encouraging hearing him say something because I feel like the rest of the basketball world's kind of been waiting on an answer from Ty Lue. So we'll have to see. Um, they should be saying something this week, based on how things are going and how more and more things are being revealed. But the more optimism that Ty Lue sees, the more, what I'm saying, positivity of his players actually practicing. Norman Powell was shooting shots. We didn't practice with the team, but he was shooting around without the boot. So that's more positivity. Then I think Ty Lue's going to start opening up a little more and more as the day goes. And remember, like I told you on the last video, the way the schedule is set up for the Clippers, the last 9 games are very beneficial for their situation because most of the games they have at least 2 or 3 days of rest. Because before we've been seeing they play one day and then they take one day off, they play back, they play another game, so they only get one day rest. These last 9 games, at least I think 5 or 6 of them, they get 2 days of rest at least in between those games. So that's going to be very vital for Kawhi and PG to get those 2 days off after they play the game. So that's why it's so it's actually a beneficial thing that they can come back and actually still be safe and be cautious because they're gonna get rest because they're gonna need it. They're gonna need every bit of rest they can get because you're talking about jumping into a season where now you're going up against guys who's been playing for 82 games. They're peak condition. They're ready. It's gonna take Kawhi and PG some time. How much time? I'm not sure, but I don't think it'll take them too long because they're superstars and they're you know great shape. But any human being, I don't care how gifted you are, you still there's gonna be some type of you know process to go out to take for them, to be 100%. Because the Clippers ain't gonna they gonna need them to be 100% to win the championship. They're not gonna need them to be a shell of themselves. You know what I mean? So I believe they know what they're doing. I believe Kawhi and PG knows what's at stake, and they're going to make the right decision. And I think they're doing the right thing by leaving the door open to let them come back. And like I said, I'm gonna continue to say they'll be back this season. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see Ty Lue open up and hear, what he had to say because he's been, very quiet. So we need to hear it from you. And whatever they haven't told the public, I just hope that they, as his teammates, Kawhi and PG's teammates, know the situation because the way they've been fighting for that team, they deserve an answer. They deserve some type of um, information because as a teammate you're fighting for your guys. You gotta let them know that you have their back because they've been having their back the whole season. They've been playing hard for those two and trying to put themselves in the best position to play um in the playoffs. Like they're the Clippers are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to at least make the play in, and most likely just got to win one game and they'll be in the playoffs. So they did everything possible to set the team up to be in this position. So if I see that if that's my teammate, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get back out there. And I think Kawhi and PG are doing just that. They're trying to get back out there as quick as possible, and they will be out there quick as possible. So that's all I gotta say. I said, what I'm saying? Follow us on the YouTube page, Pull Up Basketball Podcast, Spotify, Iheartradio, Twitter, TikTok. Pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. I did like swimwear.